Hey everyone, I'm Ryan Gray, the founder and CEO of Name Hero. We're a high-speed cloud web host. We host quite a few WordPress websites, and today I want to talk about WordPress security and some simple and basic security features that you can do to make sure your WordPress website is safe and secure. So I've got a demo WordPress set up here, and I'm using the domain keydiets.com. The first thing that I want you to do to your WordPress website is to make sure you're using HTTPS and using a valid SSL certificate. Most web hosts come with this free and automatic nowadays. This is something we started doing at Name Hero back in 2015, and now we're seeing more web hosts around the globe follow suit. But it's very important to have this. If you don't use this in Google Chrome, it will actually say that your website's not secure. And of course, that means what it is. It is not without an HTTPS, without an SSL certificate. So if your web host doesn't have this, then you need to talk to them about getting one. And some web hosts, I believe GoDaddy, they charge a little bit each year to get that. But you want to make sure that you are using secure connections, because you don't want your visitors to see not secure. And you also want to be using HTTPS when you are logging into your WP admin. This makes sure that everything stays safe and secure. So the easiest way to check this is just to type in HTTPS and then your domain and click enter. And then if you see this lock show up, then it does show. So again, check with your web host and make sure you have that. Now, you'll notice because we did this, if we did not set up our website to be secure in the beginning, that sometimes it might bounce back and forth from secure to not secure. So there's a quick and easy plugin to use in WordPress, and I'm going to show you how to install and add that. So right now I'm at my WP admin and I'm going to log in. So I'm going to use my default credentials when I installed WordPress. Okay, now I'm here and I want to go to plugins, and I'm just going to install a plugin called Really Simple SSL. So I'm going to type in Really Simple, and this should bring it up here. Or I'm sorry, I got to click Add New. Really Simple, enter. And there it is, install now. Really Simple SSL, completely free, great plugin. We're going to activate it. Okay, great. And go ahead, activate SSL. All right, so now all of our connections on WordPress are going to be secure. And this is going to automatically set our templates and plugins to make sure it is using that. So that's the big one right there, is you want to make sure you are using HTTPS. Now, if you notice when I logged in using the username admin. This is a really bad practice, because if someone's trying to get into your WordPress site, they're going to try to use the username admin because it is default to many auto installers such as Softaculous. So I want to change that. So I'm going to go to users and all users, and you see I'm using admin here. So if I click edit here, it said my username cannot be changed. So I actually have to change this in the database, and don't worry, this is super simple to do, but again, it needs to be changed. So what I need to do is navigate to cPanel. If your web host is not using cPanel, then you might just need to check with them on how you can edit your database. But most web hosts nowadays, they do use cPanel. So in Name Hero, I click Login to cPanel, just right here in our user interface. And most web hosts, they have the kind of the same thing that you can log into cPanel right from your interface. And I want to look for phpMyAdmin. So I'm just going to type in PHP, go to phpMyAdmin, and this will just load up here. And again, even if your web host doesn't use cPanel, most of them use phpMyAdmin, so you can manage your database. So I'm going to click on my database here. If you have several ones, it's going to be the database to your WordPress. And I'm going to go down here to the users table. So right here under WPGR_users, your prefix might be different, but that's okay. And we see the user login admin. So I want to change this, and I'm going to click edit. And I'm just going to change it to rgray1. So I'm just using a combination of letters and numbers, and something that an evildoer is not going to try to guess. So again, most of them, they're going to all try admin. So if it's admin, then they've got a 50% chance more of getting in. But if I change it to rgray1, most people aren't going to try that. They're going to move along. So I'm going to click go, and that saves it. So now when I go back to my WP admin, you're going to notice I'm going to have to log back in. So you can see it automatically logged me back out. So now when I log in, I'm going to use my new username instead of admin and log in there. So now we have SSL, we have our new admin username. We want to make sure that we are using a strong password. And again, you can change this right inside of your profile here under users, your profile. you want to make sure the password you're using is fairly strong. And you can see here, you can generate a secure password. You want to be using something like this, not something simple such as pass or something, a one-word phrase. You want to use something really strong. And I recommend using a password manager to save this. But if you do this, then it's going to make sure that your WordPress website is safe and secure. Don't use the username admin, have a strong password, have SSL. And there's one final thing that I want to ask you to do if you're using WordPress, and that's installing a free security plugin. So I'm going to go back to plugins, click Add New. And the one I recommend is called WordFence. So we're going to type in here WordFence, click Enter. It comes up right here, firewall and malware scan. Click Install Now. And it just takes a second for it to compile and download and install on your website. But WordFence, what it does, it's going to alert you if someone logs into your admin area. So every time someone logs in, you get an email that says, hey, someone's in your admin area. Of course, if this is not you, then there's need for a little bit of concern. You need to change your password or do something. But WordFence, it makes it easy to let you know who's coming in and out. Also, another reason we see that WordPress websites become compromised is because they're using an outdated version of WordPress or an outdated plugin or theme. So WordFence will also alert you. So it's important once you install it here to give it a valid email address. So I'm just going to use ryan@namehero.com because this is where it's going to send those alerts. So login alerts, and if something's outdated, it's going to send it to that. Of course, they've got their privacy policy and all that. And if you want to subscribe to their newsletter, I do not. Continue. License key for their premium. You don't need the premium version, so just no thanks on that. So you can see WordFence is now installed. If we go to the dashboard, there's some extra features, and you can go through these if you want to activate it, such as their web application firewall and all that stuff here. I do recommend keeping it updated. But WordFence, again, it just makes sure that you know who's coming in and out of your WordPress. And just these basic security tips will make sure that your WordPress website is safe and secure. So just a couple to summarize. SSL, you want to have it. Make sure you see HTTPS. 2, don't use the username admin. It leaves your website at risk. That's what the hackers are going to try first. You can change that easily inside of phpMyAdmin from inside of cPanel. And if you're installing WordPress new, just don't use the username admin to begin with. Use a strong password. WordPress has a great password generator that allows you to get a nice, safe, and secure one. Make sure you do that. And 3, use a free security plugin. I love WordFence. Again, it's 100% free. Lets you know who comes in and out of your WordPress, and it'll also let you know when things are outdated. By doing those simple things there, your WordPress website's going to stay safe and secure, and you can spend your time working on your website and running your business. So thanks so much for watching. I hope you got a lot out of these this quick security tip video. Feel free to let me know or post if you have any questions.